Well, good day, everybody. Glad you can join me today. Today we're going to take a look at the garden and harvest some yellow beans and zucchini. So right now it's July 17th and the garden has taken off in the last few days. So let's take a look at what we have here. The herb pot's doing pretty good at both ends. Right here is my watermelons. They vined out pretty good. I actually have a little one there. Little one under there behind the flower. Very small. But you know what? That's how it starts, eh? The other day I had lots and lots of flowers. But, oh, there's another little one. Look at that. That's crazy. This is the third year we planted watermelons. And last year we had one watermelon in our whole garden, the size of a golf ball. And I'm telling you, when we cut it open, it was funny. It was solid green all the way through, and it was funny. But maybe this year we'll get something. Our cucumbers are doing very well. Lots of flowers. We got some straight eights. They're about, I don't know, about an inch and a half long right now. But that's good. It's just starting. Just starting. Time to put the catchers or whatever, the climbers against the fence. The cucumbers are doing pretty good. The peas, well, that's another story. But whatever the rabbits ate, they ate. They haven't been back, but they ate all the tops. So it's struggling, that's for sure. Anyways, that's another story. These are aroma tomatoes. Starting to get lots of growth on them. But our yellow beans are taking off like crazy. So we're going to dig through them and see what we get. Lots of green ones still, but I could see there are some yellow. We'll just pick some yellow ones. Still have a lot of flowers, so that's good. And under this sunshade is my celery. And we almost lost it all. They almost all burned. So right now, since I put the shade on, they all came back to life. Started to green up pretty good. Had to really pour the water to it. I was watering it pretty healthy every day, but the sun was killing it like crazy. There's probably 20, 30 plants that I was just going to rip out because they're all dead. But since I put the shade on, and started watering it again, it all came back to life. This is a 40% shade. It's a good cloth. I like it. I bought 2 more, 14 by 25, so that I can cover the whole garden. As far as all my squash and everything, and my zucchinis over there, they're loving the sun, so I won't be covering that. Right here, I'm keeping the rabbits out. All the lettuce came back to life. My dill's doing good. Some of my onions will probably be ready to harvest. In here, it's all my strawberries. I have some lettuce in there, and it's all beefsteaks. Now, this is a new bed. Okay, so what I'm doing is whenever there's a flower on my strawberry plants, I pick them so that it doesn't harvest any fruit, and the roots and everything will be well established. The plant will be well established, and then it'll coax them into creating runners. I would have loved to have fruit this year, but because it's new, I'd rather have an abundance next year. Lettuce is doing good, but these tomatoes, they're starting to do really, really well. Yeah, there's tomatoes everywhere. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of beefsteak tomatoes. There's no doubt about that. Oh, here's another flower. Just pinch that off. Throw it aside. Chives are all doing good. Leeks, unbelievable. I didn't think I'd get my leeks to grow. And look at that. I just made a small bed to see, and they've taken right off. That's good. So we'll take a look at some peppers. Lots of flowers. And I'm getting some nice sized fruit. Oh, lots and lots of fruit. Which is good. Now these are radishes. I ended up, it was, what was it? June 18th. My beds got nailed with lots and lots of frost. Got really, really cold. So we lost a lot of peppers, plants. So basically all the way through here, in the back over there, wherever I yanked all the pepper plants, I figured I'd put my radishes in there. And they're doing pretty good. But you can still see the outcome of the frost that took all the top of my plants off, but the fruit are still coming. So probably in a couple of weeks I'll be able to harvest some of the green bell peppers, and there'll be a lot of flowers for the remainder of the season. So that's good. So over on this side, all right, these ones here got destroyed and they all came back to life. The only problem is I lost all the tops. So I had to wait for new suckers to start growing to create my tops. This plant was dead, and it came back to life by a sucker, and then I just kept pulling off the dead stuff. Here, again, that's from the frost. So, we'll see what happens. All this side here, all in here, that's all my Scotch bonnets. They were all dead, and I was able to save almost all of it, and now I'm starting to get some fruit. Yeah, starting to get the fruit. Oh, starting to flower too, so that's good. Oh, more fruit down there. Okay. So I'm getting some activity. That's good. I thought I lost it all. And I'm starting to get flowers. Well, that's not too shabby. Starting anyways. Okay, let's go take a look at the squash. Okay, the first part here is my zucchini, ready to harvest. So I'm going to harvest everything between 6 inches, 8 inches and up. There's lots. Yeah. So everything 6 and 8 inches and up, we'll harvest. Okay, and the other part of the garden right there, I got Cucuzza. They're the type of zucchini with the white flowers. Okay, so the white ones are Italian Cucuzza. That's the Italian Cucuzza squash. Very rare, hard to grow in northern Ontario. The seeds are very, very hard to get, and for some reason I have 3 plants here in northern Ontario. So right now I'm looking at 15, 20 flowers coming, and they only bloom at night. They stay just a couple of days and die off. So I got lucky here, I guess, but that's what they are. Italian Cucuzza. Well, that's a good find. I was wondering why these leaves were different from them leaves. So I got 1, 2, 3, over there, four different plants. Well, that's cool. Looking forward to seeing what I get. The flowers have died, but the fruit are starting to come through. And the vines on them plants between 16 and 25 feet long, and the fruit is probably, let's say, 2 inches round and can grow up to 36 inches long. So I didn't know I had them. They were mixed in with my my zucchini, but apparently they're extremely rare to get them plants, especially up here in northern Ontario. So it was all mixed in with all the seeds were mixed in with my zucchini seeds, so that's a bonus. Well, yeah, the zucchinis are doing very well, so I will be harvesting whatever I can. Some nice size. Still loaded with flowers. Butternut squash. Taking off like crazy. More zucchini. Lots of flowers on the other end. I'm getting a lot of squash there. Okay, so right here, that's the vines right over there. That's all from the Cucuzza plant. I wasn't expecting that. Spaghetti squash is doing very well. Lots of flowers. Lots of big leaves. Starting to get some squash, spaghetti squash. So yeah, so there's going to be lots. Gonna have to harvest my lettuce that I planted here. No, it's doing really well. of my butternut squash. There's 3 of them right there starting. But looking all through my garden, I can see all kinds. So that's good. All right. So let's pick some zucchinis. All right. I'm going to use my Moro cans bowl for slicing off the zucchini. Yeah, they say you can grab the fruit and just twist it back and forth and snap it off, but I don't want to distress the plant, so I'm going to cut it, and that's why I like this here part of the knife right here. Full scandy there and a full flat here. I'm going to use this blade here for harvesting my zucchinis. So you just reach down, and basically as soon as you get to your stem, don't cut too close to your stalk. Cut half your stem to the fruit, and I'll harvest this one and I'll bring it back to the camera and show you what I mean. So there's a nice zucchini right there. Nice size. Right here, clean cut. I find if you twist it and twist it and twist it until it breaks, you put a lot of stress on the plant. But there you go. That's the first zucchini 2022. Let's harvest some more. Here's a prime example. Right here, the stem that goes from the stalk of the plant, okay, to the fruit. So I'm just going to go halfway, and that's it, just a little slice. There's a little slice, and no damage to the plant. Okay. The sun is bright, it's hot, it's early in the morning, the sun is right here. And today we're supposed to have temperatures low 30s, which is going to be nice for a change. The warmest it's been here in the last 4 days have been 17, 19. Yesterday it went up to 24 Celsius. Right now it's supposed to hit 30, 31, which is good for the next few days. So it's going to be nice. I'm going to really have to keep a lot of water in the garden so it doesn't dry out, because my grass is starting to dry, but I'll just have to water twice a day. I'll water, let's say 8 o'clock in the morning for about 45 minutes, and then I'll water probably 10 o'clock at night, so all night long it'll be nice and moist for the plants. And in the morning watering, I'll just make sure that the evaporation will not deplete the garden of water, moisture, and all that. But anyways, like I said, here's a nice little 5-6 incher. That's just for a taste test. So let's carve that up and check that out. No seeds. They say the best time to harvest it, like around 7 inches, 6 to 8 inches, and you'll have no seeds. Anything over 12, 14 inches, the big fat ones and the long ones, they start to seed pretty good. And once they start to seed and you leave them too long, the plant will go dormant and not create any more fruit. So the more fruit that you harvest at the smaller state, the more flowers and the more fruit that plant will produce. So let's give this a taste here. Very juicy. Nice flesh. Very good. Very different from the cucumbers, eh? Cucumbers, you have the center part with the seeds, and you got the gel inside. I love cucumbers, but the zucchini, having all the flesh like this, with no seeds, lots of flavor. Textures still pretty spongy, which is good. You gotta like it. Lots of things you can do with zucchini, eh? And believe me, I'll cover it all. Once I start harvesting hard, I'll be making everything under the sun. But you got to give it a try. To plant it and grow it and harvest it is effortless. It's got to keep the water to it. Have good soil, a little bit of manure to start it off with, like I had. You know, I put a little bit of fertilizer in it when I built the garden, and then that's it. Lots of water. The key is lots of water. All right. And as you can see, lots of sun too. You know, there's lots of sun, but that's them plants are 30-something inches tall. You know what I mean? And lots of flowers. So, anyways, happy harvesting. Second week of July. I'm already into the zucchinis, and I won't film it, but I'll throw in some pictures. My yellow beans. If I'm just going through the garden, taking a good look at my yellow beans, I might get a nice bowl-size harvest. I'll pick from the bottom, get all the yellow ones, and as long as you pick your beans as soon as it turns nice and yellow, pick them right away. Don't let them sit. And the more you do that, your plant will keep producing. Because you can see I got a lot of yellow beans, and there's still a lot of buds, and there's still a lot of flowers. So the more fruit I take, the more that plant will produce. All right. So again, I'll throw in a couple of pictures at the end. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs up is always appreciated. Till then, happy gardening. Take care. Bye now. This is good.